Parashat Vayera, Tafshin Pei Gimel. The first pasuk in this week parasha says, Vayera elav Adonai be'eronei Mamre, vehu yoshev petach ha'ohel kechom hayom. There's a few questions on this pasuk, and we not try to elucidate most of the questions. First question, why the pasuk changed the way normally it says Vayera Hashem elav, and here it says Vayera elav Hashem be'elonei Mamre. That's first question. Second question is why be'elonei Mamre? Why do you have to tell me where it is? If it's Elonei Mamre, if it's Hebron or Shechem, what's the difference for me? And the third question is, why are you telling me Yosef Petach HaOhel Kechom Hayom? Where is he sitting? And the Petach HaOhel, inside the Ohel, outside the Ohel, under the tree? What's the difference to me? Why the Torah is giving me all these adjectives? Why does it give me all these peratim? Now, let's see the first question. Vayera elav Hashem. Rashi says, Levaker et ha'choleh. Really, from the Pesukim, we don't see Vayera elav Hashem, Levaker et ha'choleh. And now, we have to see, there was something else. The Pasuk right before that, it says, Ben nechar nimolu ito. You're talking about nimolu milah, Vayera elav. To who? To this gentleman, Avraham Avinu, that was Nimol. That's why Vayera elav. Elav for whatever was in the pasuk before. And now, that's why you could say Levaker et ha'choleh, because Levaker et ha'choleh, it's you have to say Ta'choleh first, which is Vayera elav Hashem. That's number one. And that's exactly what also Baal HaTurim says. He says, Vayera elav, מלמד שנראה לו בשביל המילה לבקרו, דבר אחר, נימולו איתו, וסמיך לה, והוא יושב פתח האוהל כחום היום. And what that's also that says חכמנו, that says what it says, יושב פתח האוהל כחום היום, ובעל הטורים, זהו שאמרו חכמנו, שאברהם יושב על פתח גיהינום, ואינו מניח למי שנימול להיכנס שם. Why? חוץ ממי שבא על הגויה, שנמשכה עורלתו ואינו מכירו. על כן, כחום היום, כחום, היום, this is the home of the Gehinnom. So he says, Avraham Avinu יושב פתח האוהל, he's sitting on the petach of the ohel, which is, what is it? This is the petach of Gehinnom. And he's saving every Jew that went with the brit that he made. Avraham Avinu made the brit with Hashem. So, anybody who went with the brit of Avraham Avinu with Hashem, Avraham Avinu sits over there and he saves him. He takes him out of the Gehinnom, even though he wants to go to Gehinnom, because he has the Brit Milah. The Brit Milah is a big thing. One guy came one time to a rabbi, he says, I don't believe in anything. I don't believe in the Torah, I don't believe in anything. He says, but you don't believe that you're making a mitzvot? No, I don't believe making a mitzvot, but you have a mitzvah that you're carrying on with you all the time. Are you made a Brit Milah, you were circumcised? He said, yeah, I'm circumcised. So, okay, if you deny the circumcision, you won't have any mitzvah, and you cannot live. And that's what exactly he did. He denied the mitzvah that he's carrying on himself. And he said, no, I don't care about it. Same day he died. Brit Milah is one of the mitzvot that we carry on us all the time. And this is the mitzvah of Avraham Avinu. Avraham Avinu, he is the first one that was Nimol. He made the Brit Milah. And because of that, Baal HaTurim says, The Torah is not telling you a story where he's Yosef Petach HaOhel. Why it says Kehom Hayom, Petach HaOhel, all this stuff. And according to Baal HaTurim, he comes and he saves us from this, in the next world. And that's a big Hiddush from Baal HaTurim. Also, we have to read what when he says, Vayera Elav Hashem Be'elonei Mamre, he says, he came to Mevaker the Hole. It's a very big mitzvah, Bikur Holim. There was a guy that he had some sickness in his feet, and he couldn't walk. He went to the rabbi, he asked the rabbi, what should he do? He said, do you do any mitzvot with your feet? He said, what kind of mitzvot? Do you go to the Avel? Do you go to Mevaker Holim? He says, no, I don't go. So start going and you'll see. He went, I started going to Mevaker Holim, and he saw unbelievable Yeshua. What's the Yeshua? His feet stopped hurting him and became much better. That's one. And from here we understand that one of the biggest mitzvot is Bikur Holim. What's so big about this mitzvah? So big about this mitzvah that Hashem himself, he went to Mevaker the Hole. He saw Avraham Avinu Hole, Vayimol, but after Milah, somebody that's 99 years old, and he make him Milah, and it's pretty hard, very hard on a person. Hard on a kid is hard on a person, on an old man. So he came and to Mevaker Oto. He came to visit the sick Avraham Avinu that was sick, and he called Avraham Avinu. Why he called Avraham Avinu? He calls him Ahuvi, my friend, my beloved is Avraham Avinu. So he came to be Mevaker. So that's why we learn from that you have to be Mevaker the Hole, and we have to see from that every time that you Mevaker, you visit the sick, you're visiting the Shekhinah, because on the sick, it's always, there is on the head of the sick, there is the Shekhinah. So this also, we learn from this pasuk. Vayera elav Hashem be'elonei mamre. He went to visit the sick, and like Hashem wants to visit the sick, we have to visit the sick. And from this we learn also, not just to visit the sick, but also to do mitzvot. The mitzvot was the sick person, because it said that the Mishnah said that we say every day in the morning, we said, אלו דברים שאדם אוכל מפירותיהם בעולם הזה, והקרן קיימת לו לעולם הבא. ואלו הם, what is that? כיבוד אב ואם, גמילות חסדים, ביקור חולים, והכנסת אורחים וכו'. So, ביקור חולים is a mitzvah that you're gonna get the reward, not just in the next world, but also. Now we're gonna answer the third question. Why it said Be'elonei Mamre? Rashi HaKadosh gave the first answer, but he gives it in a very, very outline. He said, Natan lo etzah al hamilah. He gave him an advice on the milah. And this is, Rashi doesn't bring it from his pocket, and didn't bring it from his mind. Rashi brought it from Bereshit Rabbah. Bereshit Rabbah said that. But we have to explain. Because why Avraham Avinu need a etzah? Why do you have to go ask your friends? If Hashem gave you a mitzvah, a commandment, and you know Hashem, and you are the first person on earth who recognized Hashem, you have to go take etzah. So the Chizkuni, rabbi from a few hundred years ago, he gives a nice explanation and he goes into details. So let's see what the Chizkuni said. Says, first of all, Avraham Avinu, he took advice from 3 of his friends. From there we learn one thing first. You have to have a friend. At least 3 friends. Why? With these 3 friends, you take etzah. you have to take advice. Before you do anything, take advice. Avraham Avinu took advice from the friends, not because of whatever Hashem told him, but he wants to know how good of a friend they are. Now, he went first of all to Aner. Aner told him, you're 99 years old. You're going to suffer. Why you want to suffer? Why you want to put yourself into a suffering? You should not do that. Not do the circumcision. Don't do the Brit Milah. He heard, Abraham says, okay, thank you, bye-bye. Goes to the second friend. Who's the second friend? Eshkol. Eshkol told him, you're going to cut your Ivar. You got to take this limb of yours that you needed to make children. You gotta castrate yourself. How can you cut it? How can you do something like this? You're not supposed to do it. Okay, I said, thank you. I'll think about it. Like they say over here, everybody says, hey, I'll think about it. Okay, he said, Avraham said, I'll think about it. Okay. Now he went to the third friend. His third friend is Mamre. Mamre gave him a logic. He said, Avraham, first of all, who saved you from the fire? God saved you from the fire. Something, a miracle, not happened to anybody. Saved you from the fire, big fire. And now you were asking if you should do it, should not do it. He saved you from the famine. You came to Israel, you came to Eretz Canaan, and there was a famine. But you survived. You went to Paro, Melakim kings, and you survived. And not just you survived, but you became very rich. And now you're asking Hashem if you should do it, should not do it? Of course you should do it. No question about it. You should go do it. And that's why HaTorah brought his name, Be'elonei Mamre. Be'elonei Mamre. Now, the question is really, Avraham Avinu, why did he ask them? So, some people say, he wants to know their opinion. He wants to know where they're standing when him and Hashem have something that is contradictory. Let's say it's not really contradictory. It's a mitzvah that is a hard mitzvah. So how they gonna stand? What's their opinion about this mitzvah? That's one way people say. Second says it. Mamre gave him a way to have a medicine. If he makes the milah, he gave him a way to heal the milah. So that's why it says Mamre. So some people say. I said, I'm going to make a little hadush, and I'm going to say, really, if you have friends, you have to test them. Test them. He knew that they're the friends, but he wants to test his friends. Which one is a real friend? From the three of them, he found only one of them that is a real friend. The other friends, they're looking for his benefit, for his good, but really, they're not good friends, because good friends will give you the right way. Will give you where to go, what to go. Bad friends will give you something that's not clear, or against whatever Hashem says. These are not good friends. So, to have good friends, you have to test them. Anytime you have a friend, test them. Even though you know the answer, Avraham Avinu knew the answer, but he wanted to test them. If they're gonna say the right thing, or they're gonna have the wrong thing. Shabbat Shalom.